Good evening. Cindy Lerner, 5901 Moss Ranch Road, Pinecrest, Florida. I am Cindy Lerner, mayor of the village of Pinecrest and a very proud product of Miami-Dade County Public Library System and Dade County Public Schools. Your budget, as we all know, is our policy and our priority commitment to our communities. I'm here this evening to ask you to preserve the existing library and fire rescue system and to remind you that you actually have several ways that you can go about solving the problem. One is to raise the millage rate, as you've been urged to do by many who spoke before me. That takes courage, a lot of courage. I know because I did it. In Village of Pinecrest, we raised the millage rate, but we only did it after we had a careful analysis of what the challenges to our future were and what the harm that would be done to the community would be if we did not, by reduction in services. So in 2011, we voted to raise our millage rate. And in 2012, I was reelected without opposition. So the notion that raising your millage rate is going to be a political liability, I am here to dispel that. When you stand up for your community, when you listen to the community, when you show courage for what's right for the community, your community will support you. The Miami-Dade Library System has served this county exceedingly well for more than 50 years. The County Commission, the Library Advisory Board, which seems to have not met for the last 2 years, Friends of the Library have all shared responsibility, provided support and advice, and led to an award-winning system in which all manner of residents and visitors were enriched. The system grew and expanded as our population did. As recently as the past 6 to 7 years, county GOB funds were invested in building many new libraries so that new municipalities who paid into the taxing district would have their own local library, as was done in Pinecrest just 6 years ago, and in other neighborhoods since then. However, with the downturn in the economy and consequent reduction in property values brought reduced revenue to the library district, as it did to all local governments reliant on property taxes. And then to make matters worse, the county millage rate was reduced in 2010, the reduction in revenue to the library district causing major staff reductions of several hundred even then. Many of our libraries saw a reduction of service as a result. Reserve funds had to be drawn in order to maintain service for the last 2 years. And unfortunately, the county failed to plan properly for how to sustain the library system if there was not to be an increase in revenue. Clearly, the administration should have laid out the facts and financial realities before they announced they would have to raise the millage rate or else drastically cut services. It's all about communicating to the public, and here there was a massive failure to communicate.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
One more thing.
I
understand, just real quickly. You've had laid out many ways that you can find revenue and reserves. There's the $7 million, there's the dolphin money, there's additional money. I just want to remind you, this is a vote that will haunt you forever.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And will cause lasting harm to the entire community. So please find a way to solve the problem and preserve existing services. Thank you.
Jennifer Lopez, Montgomery Lopez.